Good morning.
Oh my God, we're doing it. Yes.
Good morning. How are you?
So good. Oh, it's so lovely to see your face again. Noura rebranded with me, I would say, a year ago, right?
Yes, actually, yeah, we started in November of 2022. And then, like, by the time we launched the website, the new website based on your blueprints, actually, it was around this time.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, I want to introduce you to the amazing Noura Almasri. She is a nonprofit CFO of Noura's Books. If you have not got a tax accountant, and it's now January 2024, hello, Noura is right here. She is ready to help you with your tax needs because it is tax season. It is going to be the most busiest time for entrepreneurs. And let's kick this off, Noura. Tell us about yourself and obviously your awesome business.
Oh, sure. So my name is Noura Almasri. I'm originally from Syria. I came to the US in 2000, and actually after my graduation of business administration, and then I went here in Chicago, like to DePaul University, to get my master's degree, business information technology, and I worked with a lot of corporate job, and then a lot of nonprofits because of the revolution in Syria back in 2011 and in the Middle East. So I got so much involved with the nonprofits. That's why you see me get out of a nonprofit and get back to it again.
Yeah.
So after, like in 2017, I actually wanted to take a break from nonprofit, went back to the corporate jobs. And then when I decided to start my own business in 2021, actually, I niche down to nonprofit. So I do help businesses and nonprofit now, both of them. But I do have a coaching program for nonprofit. I can help nonprofits inside out. I know them inside out, actually. So I can help them wherever they're stuck. I can tell them, here, this is where you are stuck. And I actually got my enrolled agents license, or they don't want us to say license, the designation from the IRS. I took like 3 exams with the IRS about representation, individual tax law, business tax law, and I am now an enrolled agent. So I can actually help anyone who has a problem with the IRS to solve that problem. They can just do the power of attorney, and I can speak on their behalf. So I enjoy helping people, helping businesses, and really saving on taxes, and use the tax strategies to allow them to keep their dollars with themselves, so in their business and their family, so they can utilize it and actually advertise, probably hire someone like you or me for their business. That's investment in their businesses, instead of just paying for the IRS, and then they are mad, like, why the government used the tax money a certain way, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Do your tax strategies so you can say where your money are. And Noura's Books. So Noura's Books actually tax and accounting firm, and also have a coaching component where I do coaching for a nonprofit organizations, and also for tax professionals who wants to work in nonprofits.
I think what the beauty of the work that you do is, obviously there's various things that you provide for your nonprofits and your profit-making entities, but I mean, the fact that you are always out there, you're showing your face, you're showing people that you are someone with a lot of expertise. You are very personable, very likable. You have so much knowledge, and the fact that you're actually giving away that knowledge as well, you know, the fact that you're providing strategies. How many people actually say, I'm going to provide you with some actual tax strategies in a course that you can learn from scratch, and if you're still stuck, that's when you come to me. So the fact that you've got so many layers on how you share all of this knowledge on YouTube, on your podcast, on Instagram, and also the other thing that we're going to talk about later, you know. So, you know, that's amazing. The fact that you are able to have so many levels of sharing this information over and over again, it just makes you so approachable. So I would like to also, for the purposes of our audience, let's talk about what was things like before you decided to rebrand. Like, what were some of the things that made you go, it's time for me to rebrand?
Mm-hmm. So when I started my business, of course, I started on my own. I was doing, I just got Canva and I did my logo. I did my logo there, and it was like that green circle. And I love to be presented very well, right? So that logo wasn't really my best bet, but you know, I didn't even think of changing it. I'm gonna get onto that. But I felt like when I met you first time on Zoom, and I know like you are doing branding and all of these great work that you do, I'm like, yeah, I need this because I like to be professional. I am helping other professionals. I want to be actually presented the way that you know, they will respect and they see themselves in my brand. So I want that brand to be a reflection for those who are be served by me and actually reflects me. I didn't feel that brand reflected Noura. I felt like it was just like just a bunch of things put together. We never had like a streamline on what we wanna the messaging could be. I was so confused. Okay, now I do taxes. I also do this coaching for nonprofits. I'm really confused. How should I present Noura's books? And how can I attract all these people, because I really love serving all of them. And then when actually we spoke, it was like, yeah, this is what I need. This is what I need. So do you want me to talk about the experience, then what happened?
Yeah, so I mean, I think so you talked about how you just kind of like, you went on Canva, you made your own logo, you know, lack of strategy, right? You provide strategy for your businesses and nonprofits, but then there was a lack of strategy in your very own business as well. So I guess let's go into the nitty-gritty of the rebrand. How was the rebranding process like for you? And then, you know, hindsight is everything, right? A year later, we're talking again. Do you have any like surprises or funny stories you want to share with the group while we were working together and the time that has passed?
Yeah, so, you know, even with my, before we changed the brand, with that circle, I got very known in between the tax professionals, because a lot of us tax professionals, we don't care about this stuff. But you know, I care about this stuff, but some other people care. But a lot of us, like, okay, they're overwhelmed with tax laws and us. Okay, we know Noura from that circle. So when I changed that logo, they feel like, no, we love that circle because this is how we know that's you.
Yeah.
And when you suggested that the logo should be changed, I was like, I started to hate that logo, and I'm like, now I hate that logo. I don't want to change it. I don't want to not change it. I don't want to keep it. Like, that must change. So when we decided on the colors, you give us that blueprint. I'm like, how can we do everything from this blueprint, like the website, and then you give us the guidance on like really how to lay it out in a website. It was amazing. And guys, if you did not work with Talyn yet, go ahead, because it's just like super magic, you know. I was like, this is what I need to use. It's just 2 pages. How do I make a website? And then your explanation, the way like, and you showed us how, is like, oh my God, this is a real magic. That you will be surprised how magical it is. Because actually now I love my brand. I love the colors. I love the way that you help us like do everything. And we know the messaging. So anytime actually we bring anyone in to Noura's books, it's much easier to actually let them know what we are doing, the messaging, and also the people who comes to the website. Everyone like was like, wow, this is amazing. How did you do that? I'm like, well, my branding consultant, she did actually, she did the hard work, and it was easy for us to do the website because of the work. It's amazing, like how you said, like, okay, does this color mean anything to you? Okay, what about this picture? The logo, did it mean anything to you? I love that, like how you kind of went into my brain to pull out me. And I have to say this, actually, in December, I know you know this, but for your audience, in December, that was the first time, December of 2022, I got COVID. And that was actually the meeting we were supposed to have. And like, first, before I say about that meeting, like we only had 3 meetings, basically.
Only
One
3.
meeting, we were able to get so many things out of me, and you get like the first version. It was already so good. And then when I was about to receive that version within a meeting, I had COVID. I couldn't speak. So I told you that, and you didn't want me to wait. So you just, like, guys, Talyn, like, she just did a Loom video explaining everything to me so I can see it, so I don't have to wait. That was very thoughtful and amazing. And then we met after I got better and I can speak, and like finalize everything, and it was amazing. Like only like with one meeting she was able to get everything on.
It's not even
like, that was like,
it's not even one meeting, it was an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
in an hour. And I think that the information that you share with me, I take it as public. So whatever you're sharing with me, you're sharing it with everyone else, because my job is to package it up all together. So would you have done that differently? Because you had no expectation, right? Or no real understanding of my process. I told you there's going to be an hour, we're just going to have a chat, and that chat turned into your entire brand story. In hindsight, would you have, because I don't like people overthinking before they meet me. Whatever, you should talk with your gut, because a lot of us, we're very over analytical. We want to be perfect. We want to appear professional, and a lot of the times I tell my clients, stop being professional. This is your personal brand. Okay, you're not a clinician, you're not a doctor. Like, give that up. Just drop those layers. Because then the true story of who you are and what makes you so amazing is really within you. So everything I do is based on your gut reaction. So whatever question and conversations that I have with you, there's no script. We just chat.
Yes.
Because then I know you're being truthful to me.
Yes, you know what? Heidi's saying she cried, and I cried during that. I did too. That's when, you know, like, it touched us.
It's so funny. Like, whenever someone gets emotional, I'm just like, yes, I did it. You let her cry.
Yes, exactly. I didn't expect that. So when I cried, I'm like, oh no, okay, this is so much. But yeah, like, I'm not alone, apparently. She cried too.
Yeah. It's my I don't tell people I'm going to make them cry, because it's like I have like grown men crying, and I'm just like, I did it. Yes, it's awesome. But you know, when you get that very strong emotion reading your story back, it means that what we're sharing is real. Yes. And then the fact that you mentioned that you came from Syria, you were in what you went through and what your entire country and the region has experienced, and how it brought you to America is such a phenomenal story, Noura. It's so unique. Not a lot of people would be in that position, but you turned something quite traumatic, into something so positive. And the fact that you're putting yourself out there for nonprofits and making sure that these nonprofits are fully funded, and they stay funded, and we try to get more money for these nonprofits specifically, and make sure that they're also tax compliant. I mean, who would have thought that would be the journey that brought you to America, and this is how you're helping people here?
Yeah, see, so here's when I came to America, I was 21 years old, 22, 21, or whatever. It was 2000. And then I came with my ex-husband, but then when I didn't imagine like I would come to America. I did not want to. I wanted to stay in the Gulf country, that area, Middle East. I didn't want to come that far.
Yeah.
But when I came here, I got my kids, and then like I went through divorce, and then I was like always hoping to go back to the Middle East with my family. But then what happened, it was the opposite. Because of the revolution, I was so emotional. And I was like, okay, I can't do anything other than helping Syria. Even though I have left Syria a long time ago, I was just like feeling like I'm there. I mean, my extended family are there. My family now cannot go there anymore. So, and a lot of loved ones are affected of what's happening.
Yeah.
And the entire country went through traumatic experience. So that's when I had to leave my corporate job. I'm like, I cannot focus anymore. I need to be helping people 24/7. And I was so involved actually in the nonprofit work. That's why wherever I go for nonprofits, it's hard to replace me because
Yeah.
I emotionally got involved. Like, so I was literally working 24/7. Like, I had my phone in front of me all the time, checking those WhatsApp messages to see if anyone from out there messaged me, they need something.
Yeah.
It was just, well, I'm not telling anyone to do this because that was wrong. Like, it drains me emotionally. So I couldn't continue doing this. So don't do that. That's why.
But you have to protect yourself as well, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. So that's when I realized, like, I was so imbalanced. So that's why I had to leave eventually and actually start with corporate. I just don't want anything to do with nonprofit. I just don't want to hear the news anymore. And then what happened after that, like when I get to my business, the coach said, like, all the questions about how to niche down was taking me back to nonprofits.
Yeah.
So I resisted at first because, like, I don't want to get emotional. But this time okay. Now I thought, okay, now you can help so many more people, so many wide nonprofit, like doing so many things in different parts of the world and in America. People who are really suffering went through the same emotional and like heartbreak for different reasons. It's not going to be for the same reason. Every one of us have their own story and the different reason that why they care about the cause they are doing. So just they get themselves drained like I did. They get themselves actually very emotional, very involved financially. Their financial power are drained. They're emotional. Their body, like, they're not taking care of their body anymore. Well, if they do not take care of you, no one else will.
Right.
So I wanted to help nonprofit leaders to find that balance while still getting funded, because also I noticed a lot of people, they are not able to stay in compliance because they think they have to have everything for free if they're a nonprofit. Well, in fact, no. You have to take care of yourself, pay your staff so you can keep them, so they can stay happy, so you can actually make a larger impact. So I got so passionate about this. That's why I also have a free masterclass, like, for a nonprofit, to just, like, if you don't want to work with me, you don't want to pay me yet, that's fine. Go attend that masterclass. You're going to actually benefit from. So, and the way that you help me put that masterclass, anyone who visit my website, they cannot miss the masterclass. So I was doing this live for over a year, the masterclass, and then I do so many videos, and I try to talk to as many people as possible from nonprofit, because I know they have great hearts, but their mindset, because it's not their fault, it's just this is what has been spreading.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, their mindset, like, it's a poor mindset, like, that you have to have that abundance mindset even when you deal with nonprofits, because you need to take care of yourself, your organization, your people, to be able to help other people. So if you do not take care of your people or yourself, you're going to be distracted doing other things, because you have to pay your bills, you have to pay the education for your kids, you have things you have to provide, right? So it's actually for everyone benefit to focus 100% on that nonprofit you are doing. This way, you are not distracted by anything. You are fully established. You're taking care of your people, and then you can take a better care of people who you are impacting.
Right, exactly. And I think that's important to know. I mean, for a long time, a lot of individuals have been living in that fear mindset of scarcity, right? Not abundance. And nonprofit is a classic example of how, if we don't get money, we can't serve the mission and the cause of the nonprofit. But then a lot of nonprofit founders, always forget that they have to pay themselves
Yeah.
also within the organization, because non-profit has a stigma of everything's for free. You don't pay your staff, and the minute you pay your staff, well, hang on a second, you're paying your staff, you're paying yourself, so where is the money that are donated? Why is it not going to the mission? Well, guess what, guys, you need money to actually have people working in a non-profit to be able to do that mission and that cause. You need a workforce behind it. It's not just going to happen magically.
Yeah.
And I think there's that horrible stigma, and one day people will understand that non-profit and businesses, like for-profit businesses, they do have to operate similarly, but legally they're different. That's legally and taxation wise they're different.
Yeah, actually they have so much more rules for nonprofits. So you really have to pay more to get the nonprofit. And if you think about it, this is just the people who don't really have the enough knowledge. They're thinking that. But look at those successful nonprofits, like billion of dollars. They don't do that. They pay their people very well. And if you look, even God doesn't want us to do that. Like, I am Muslim, so I can speak about Quran. I'm sure like in other religions there's somehow something similar, but there is a phrase in the Quran say that the people who work on it, this is like the non-profit thing, helping others. Even the people who work on that, they get a portion of what's given by other people. So why we're not better than God? And this is actually what you see everywhere.
Yeah.
Like I said, like people, why there's more than 1.8 million organization in the US. How many are successful? Very few. How many do make their million? Very few.
Right.
Because they are running by just the crowd. Like, people say this, okay, we have to do this. No, you have to learn from somewhere that really can teach you, not from other person who started their own nonprofits and they're suffering. You're gonna suffer too if you learn from them.
Yeah, there's like a lack of structure.
Yes.
With those nonprofits, they lead with their heart, but then there's no bones or skeleton behind it. And like you said, the passion only takes you so far, because you will burn out. You're going to get tired. You're going to get emotionally fatigued. And then what? Once that tank runs out, your nonprofit collapses. So it's that burnout stage is incredibly critical in the survival of a lot of these nonprofits as well. And so, okay, so we talked a lot about the reasons why you are in nonprofit. So I'm curious to know, since the rebrand, I'd love to know if you've noticed anything about how people see you or interact with you, with your brand, that has surprised you.
Yeah, so I'm more confident on my price point right now, because people, when they see the website, they know that's a great brand. That is, some people actually, it puts the people who are not my ideal clients away and just attract my ideal clients, because when the people see it, some of them say, oh, okay, I don't want to waste your time. I see your website. Like, I don't think I'm at the point now I can talk to you, or maybe in the future. So in these cases, I would send them my free resources, so they can get there to the point where they can actually come and afford the service, because it's a premium service, and the brand reflected that premium service. Before, like, I was trying to tell people, like, it's a premium service, it's information no one else is sharing with you, but the website was not reflecting that. The brand reflect that. My social media, yeah, it was running and everything, but it did not reflect that. My logo did not reflect that. But with your guidance, with your actually blueprints and the information that you give me, that's this is just the foundation of the brands. Actually, yeah, now people see it with, I don't even have to say anything. People come ready to actually engage with me, ready, like, they do not negotiate. So it's really awesome. Like, this is really important. This is number one if you want to have a premium service and have premium clients. Yeah.
You don't want to waste your time with people who are gonna renegotiate you and want more freebies. I mean, your free information is clearly out there for the world to see. And then if they want to engage you in a higher level, of course they're going to have to pay for that privilege. And that's exactly what having a premium brand is all about. And I think there's a misconception that if you're a solopreneur, you can't be a premium brand. You know how a lot of people think about corporations and the Nikes and the McDonald's and all of those big brands. Solopreneurs can have the exact same thing, right? You don't have to have you don't have to be corporate to be a premium brand, because we know that you have the expertise and the knowledge and the know-how and the structure to give them amazing service and make these individuals who work with you successful.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean you have to lower your price point just to get those clients.
Definitely. And I believe like every one of us is unique, and we have something that no one else in this world have. And that's what your branding thing did. Actually, you pulled what's unique about me. And I believe that's happening for all your clients, because like it's hard for us to bring that uniqueness. So unless we have someone as like you, who is the expert in that area, who can really tap into our heart to get that uniqueness, hard to actually get it. And like you don't have to be a corporation. You can actually, it's up to you. Actually, you can grow to be like a corporation, but you have to start with the premium brand. And even it's more important to be a premium brand when you are solopreneur, because you don't want to be burned out to be able to afford living. So you want to be able to live comfortably, go vacations, take care of your kids, take care of yourself.
Also,
and your brand
is living life, because who wants to work all day, right? You should be living life more than you're working.
Exactly.
Right.
So you need to really charge premium price.
And right now it's flipped. The script is flipped. People work more than they sleep, let alone live life. Like living life is at the bottom. You may have like an hour to yourself. You may sleep 6 hours, and then 8 to 9 hours, maybe even 12 hours in a day goes to work. Like, hello, that's crazy to me. Like, the hustle culture especially in America is just so damaging. And I think as solopreneurs, we have the power to take control of our life, of our time. And the only way you can do that is, hey, stop undervaluing yourself and lift yourself up. Have confidence in yourself, in your story, in what you're offering. And like you said, Noura, every one of us are unique. We have a gift that we can share. But don't try to give away everything. Give one small thing away and then go deep into that. So the fact that you're working in, tax specifically, it's great, because if somebody else wanted bookkeeping and that was like your secondary service, and you really just wanted to work on tax, you know that you can charge more because of the level of expertise that you're bringing to those organizations.
Yeah, definitely. And as solopreneur, you always can outsource. You can partner with others if you want to provide more services. So like it's your word, but you have to brand yourself the way you deserve to be branded. So this is a self-care. This is really self-care, because that's gonna allow you to have self-care for yourself, and you can deliver more this way. You can deliver more.
So there you go. Branding is self-care, guys. Give yourself that self-care back, because then you'll stop living that hustle culture. That who likes hustle culture? No one likes that. It just exists, and we're living with it. We shouldn't have to live with that, right? So Noura, from your experience, for those solopreneurs thinking about doing some kind of like a brand facelift, you mentioned that branding is like self-care for solopreneurs. What is your advice to them if they're on the fence about even thinking about rebranding?
Go ahead and do it, because this is the best thing. It's going to save you so much time. It's going to actually make you more proud of your brand, and you will talk to prospects in a different way, because now you feel like you have that empire behind you, because it's really make a difference. It's like sometimes you don't feel like you go out, like you don't like your outfit. You're not going to be as proud and as confident as if you love your outfit. That's your outfit. This is your storefront. Your brand is everything. Actually, people should recognize you just looking at your brand and see, oh, okay, this is Noura, this is Talyn, this is you know,
Yeah.
like they should be able to tell who is this.
Yeah.
With your
Just
brand.
by just by looking at it, it's visual first, and then the messaging is so important, because this is how you're going to pull in people who are serious about working with you, and people who are actually not your target audience. Forget about them. We don't want to focus on them whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly. Like they want to listen to you, you have other stuff, but they have to value your time. You have to value your time, because you're not having this just, you have to live. No one's gonna pay your rent.
Yeah, we're not doing this for fun. I mean, maybe 5% is fun, but really this is work for us.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes. I mean, you should have fun doing your work, and when you are actually confident with your branding, your everything, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I'm happy. Actually, it's hard for me to get out away from my desk, but I'm like, okay, I have to go for a walk, I have to eat healthy, I have to make time for that. But I love my business.
Yeah,
I love it so much. I don't mind like working 24/7, but because I had this experience with nonprofit, I'm not gonna burn myself out to the point I hate it. So I avoid doing that. No. If I find myself like working extra one day, and then I make it up for myself later, because I understand like sometimes now preparing tax season, I work a little extra, but I still give myself time to, okay, I have to go probably buy a massage, maybe like walk outside, like if the weather allowed, like because we had like a terrible weather in Chicago now. Well, hopefully next week is going to be different. But yeah, so it's really important to be happy in your own empire. Like it doesn't have to have 100 employees, but it's still your empire, even if it's your solopreneur. So take care of it.
you know what? Solopreneurs are the best customers, because we need time out for ourselves. And you mentioned massage. We need self-care. We need all of the things to make us optimum in our business. And your branding is basically, I mean, it's usually the last thing that people work on. It should really be the first thing, because everything else is easy. You just build on top of it, including your work-life balance as well.
Definitely. I totally agree, and I'm all for branding, you know. I mean, this is what I advise any tax professional or any business owner, like to really take care of your brand, because that's gonna save you so much time and hustle. It might seem like you're gonna pay money, but it's an investment. It's a real investment, and it's a tax deductible.
Hello, so the tax advisor right here. It's a tax deductible like investment. Yeah.
So like if you don't invest in your business, you're gonna pay it for taxes. So choose. Do you want your brand to look better, to look like you, or do you want to go pay in taxes? That's a tax strategy, to invest in your own business.
Yeah, do it, says Noura. Okay, so you know what? Catch us up. It's been a year. Where is your business at right now after the rebrand? And then, have you been up to anything big? Do you have any big news to share? Because I know you do. You're always so busy.
Yeah, actually, it was a great year. Last year, I made another goal. It was my first, I didn't say this before, but I'm going to say it here. It was my first 6-figure year. So it was amazing. Yeah. And yeah, brand was a big part of it. So it was an amazing year. I had more clarity on what I need to be focusing on, because before that, I was actually doing so much without focusing. Now I still offer services, but I don't talk about everything. I have 3 main things that I focus on, and that's actually when we spoke, did the branding. You helped me nail down these 3 things, just these 3 things, and then still offer the others, but it's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be like my focus. I have them available for you, but it's not my focus. So that helped me actually scale the business. And then I was working on my book, which I launched on January 3rd. Actually, it was done in December, but I did not want to, I wanted to be born with the year, because I feel this is a great year, amazing year for everyone. It's how to start, manage, and prosper with a nonprofit. And it's
show it to the camera so we can all see the title. So how to start, manage, it's backwards for me, and
prosper with a nonprofit.
Okay, so I'll have a link ready for people to get Noura's book. Yes, tell us about, I mean, I know you always wanted to write your own book and be an author. You also co-authored another book, right? If I remember.
Yes, that one was launched. It feels so long ago, but it was just last January. Tax strategies for small businesses. Both books are available in the website. If they go nourasbooks.com/books, they will find both books, and both books are available on Amazon as well. So it's actually, so last January, actually, that was 2021, at the end of 2021, one other tax professional came to me and told me about this book cooperation and told me like, okay, are you interested in writing on this book? I'm like, yeah, sure. I always wanted to write a book, but I didn't expect it to be this way. So
it was sooner than you thought, right? Yeah.
Yes. So I was like, okay, let me get into that. And then we published that book. I wrote a chapter. It's about estimated taxes because I'm so passionate about that, because a lot of people, business owners, don't know about it. And then the other one is F-bar. This is for people who have a foreign bank account. So I felt this is missing. No one's talking about it, and people need to know about these stuff, because it's, if you don't really take care of that, you're gonna get in a lot of trouble. So why I was so passionate about it. So I wrote that chapter, and then we launched that book on January of 2023. Oh yeah, I said 2020, and actually it was November 2022, and then we launched it on January 2023, and it was my first thing. It became international bestseller. So yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and that was actually, I was glad, like I already had my branding, the website is ready, and so the book was there, so it was amazing. And then after that, Dr. Cosette, who did the collaboration, that she compiled everything. She led the projects. She actually there was like 12 tax professional and a tax attorney, and then she actually put a challenge for us. She said, like, can you all write your own book now? And I was like, can I? I'm like, okay, I'll take this challenge. I love challenges. So I took that challenge, and that book was supposed to go out on April 2023.
Yeah.
But because of tax season, and I had so many things, other things like I was busy with, I didn't want to just like get anything out, you know. I want to make sure like this is something that people can get a value from. So life happened, and then okay, I was like, okay, I need to focus, because a lot of things happened in my business as well, which was great because like the growth happened like really fast. So the book did not finish until December with the cover design, who my daughter did the cover design. And she did,
you know, your daughter's amazing with all the designs.
Yeah, so
we should give her we should give her a shout out and some props.
Yes,
because, you know,
her name is gonna in Amazon. Like when you go to the paperback, Lana Shahrur names twice and next to my name, because she did the photos, and then she did the editing with me. Because I needed someone who understands English and Arabic and understand me to understand what I want to say. So we sat together and we did the editing together. So and sometimes they're like, okay, what are you trying to say? So so she can actually edit very well. So that was what she did. So her name like twice in Amazon next to my name. But and then we launched this book on January 3rd, and it's my third baby because I have 2 kids and this is the third. I'm so proud of it. You know, it's meant to help anyone who's already involved in nonprofit or who is looking to get into nonprofit. Both people can benefit from. It's very easy to read. It has my like the three first chapter has a little bit of my story. Different from what I share like anywhere else. It was just like a unique journey I shared, like just part of it. And then I took you to a journey on, do you really want to manage the nonprofit, whether you started it already or not?
Reality
even
check.
If you're in the middle of it. even if it's been like many years, you can take the right decision if this is for you to manage or you need to actually just support. And who do you need to bring on board in order to make it successful, and give you a guide how to stay in compliance. And then there's a gift at the end. It guides you to a gift in the end. You can go online. So it is actually very short, 116 pages, very easy to read. It's 90 minutes to read, not more than that.
Okay.
An easy language. There's no hard tax stuff in there. Just like very easy to read, very easy to understand. And yeah, go get the book, guys.
Go get the book, guys. And one more thing, Noura. So how can people find you, follow you, work with you? Like, tell us all of those last details.
Sure. So they can go to my website, nourasbooks.com/contact. They can book a call on Zoom, so we can get on Zoom, talk about if we are a good fit. I can help people. And then we have a secure portal. So if they become a client, there's no worry. Like, I work with people all over the country and the world if they have filing requirements. So we have a secure portal. It doesn't matter where you are. You can get to everything through my website. And that's the beauty of having the brand. Like the website. Yes, nourasbooks.com. And Noura is Noura. And then the S right there, everyone missed that S, and then BOOKS.com. And then if you go to contact us or /contact, you're gonna be able to book a call. And you can go subscribe to my YouTube. I go live during tax season to give tax strategy, give information. You can chat with me there as well, because I will be live. There's no certain time I go live. I just go live whenever the schedule of the day allow. But you can chat with me if you can catch me live. If not, you can actually see the replay, and you can ask me question. I make sure to reply to everyone, like if not directly, on another video, so I can give everyone the information they need.
That's absolutely amazing. I mean, the fact that you even like go live with these tax strategies, I mean, there's like so much resource that you share, and I absolutely love that you're able to do that for business owners and nonprofit leaders. Absolutely. Looks like your cat saying hi to you. Hi, cat.
Yeah, exactly. She loves to come here. Oh, here she wanted to say more.
She wants to listen. She's like, wait, what? Did you say free tax strategy? Like, what's going on?
So my tail is gold, just like the picture behind you.
So like, I have to show my face. I've been quiet for such a long time. Noura, it was amazing to talk to you. Just a reminder for any of my like former clients, I do have power hour sessions now. So this is a 90-minute strategy session. So if you wanted to go deeper in some of the brand strategies and making sure that you are staying within your premium brand perimeters and any other new things that you are offering, I'm always still here for you as part of that. And for anyone who's new, I do provide a free mini brand session. So that's 30 minutes of me talking to you about where you can grow your growth within your brand. And we've seen that, you know, within the year of Noura and I working together, and Noura, correct me if I'm wrong, so I'm just going to like summarize and bullet point here. So since Noura and I work together, Noura is now a premium brand. She's now an international best-selling author in the area of finance and taxation. Noura has recently hold your book up. Noura has recently just published a solo book that can be found on Amazon, and this is brand new. Noura is also hyper-focused in her business. She's now making 6 figures in her business, which wasn't the case before we worked together. And is there anything else you want to add to that list?
Yeah, you covered everything. That's amazing. And, you know, I'm more confident when I talk about my brand now.
There you have it. And then what is the one reason people should work with Boss Diplomat, Noura, from your experience?
Because you are so easy to work with, and you don't feel like you're wasting time for those long meetings. Like you said, it's 1 hour meeting. You get everything extracted. Actually, you are very passionate about what you do. you accommodate everything that the clients go through, and you really can pull out this actually stories, things that you wouldn't imagine, the client wouldn't imagine that you would be talking about, but you make us talk about it. So, and it's gonna make a real difference in actually your brand. And I haven't seen anyone work on marketing, on branding as efficient as you are. He's really efficient because you understand that as solopreneur we don't have as much time, so you respect the time. You have your formula to just getting everything ready within just like ready to do in just 3 meetings with each of them, like not more than 1 hour. It's amazing. It's very short period of time actually to do that. Like I was like, okay, really? So you must work with Talyn. Go ahead, because really I'm really happy. I'm really proud. And I even like like you, I left you like I'm like, I have to learn from you this video review. Like you gotta teach me how to do this with this is amazing. Like she's really knowing stuff. Like you have to learn. We have to all learn from her what she does. I love your brand itself, and your brand actually speaking about you. Like you cannot miss your brand. So if that's what we're seeing, you're transferring that to us, which is amazing. I actually the stories like on Instagram everywhere. I could miss a lot of people, but I cannot miss you.
Yay!
Like I say, this is Talyn, this is Boss Diplomat. So it's amazing. So like everyone, you have to work with Talyn for this year and forever, because actually like you're gonna see the difference in everything.
Thank you so much for that. And here's 3 promises that I make as Boss Diplomat. Number 1, I turn solopreneurs from being a generic brand to a premium brand. That's number 1. Is that a tick?
Yes.
Okay. Number 2, the other promise I make is I turn solopreneurs into the face of their business. So you're no longer a ghost and behind your business. Is that a tick?
Yes.
Okay. And then the third one I do is I make you so awesome you can't be ignored.
Yep, perfect.
All right. And that's Noura in a nutshell. Like you are the face of your business. People come to you because you have a very special, unique niche that you're working in. So it makes it very hard to ignore you. You are very much the face of your business. I love seeing all of the new innovative things that you come up with, but you're still sticking in your lane. You're not talking about something that is outside the realms of what your brand represents. And as a result, you are going to become known as the industry leader the deeper you go in. And it's only been a year, and you've already got a book out. So keep going deep. And Noura, maybe we can have another catch up. Like, let's see how you do this year. It seems like this is going to be an amazing year for you, and I'm really proud that I was able to work with you and you were able to be vulnerable with me and share your story with me. And we get to catch up like this. This is awesome.
Yeah, I love being with you. Always amazing to talk to you. Yeah, it's gonna be an amazing year for all of us. I already feel it. And yeah, we'll be in touch together soon. I can't wait to talk to you soon. Other than that, but I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having me for your very first Instagram live.
Woo, we did it. Should we do a quick fake selfie, because I'll
let's do that
later. All right, so 3, 2, 1. There you go. I did not expect that. That's such a surprise.
Yeah,
what else can we do? Like, can we do kisses? No kisses.
No celebration. Hello.
Just a celebration. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining us on this very first Instagram live. Noura, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for everything that you shared with us, because I think it makes a real difference when we're actually hearing real stories from real people about real businesses that are doing amazing, right? So yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for being part of my business and part of my life. I really appreciate you. All right.
Wow. Thank you so much, and have an amazing rest of the week.
Thank you. Bye.